Today the topic of discussion is functional dependency. So it's one of the very important topic. Before studying normalization, you should have the concept of functional dependency. So let's start with functional dependency. Functional dependency definition says, definition is quite big, so I'm not going to read this definition before I explain you. So first of all, I'll explain you what is functional dependency. Functional dependency denoted by X arrow Y. Functional dependency is denoted something like that. It could be XY, it could be alpha to beta, it could be anything. Fine. So functional dependency denoted by X arrow Y says that X determines Y. That is X determine Y, or you can say Y is dependent on X, or you can say Y is dependent on X. So this is a functional dependency, that is X determine Y or Y is dependent on X. Clear? So I give you example. See the example. Roll number, name. That is name depend on roll number, or roll number uniquely determine name. And this is very common. You know this very well, that if you have a roll number, you can determine name, or find that name is dependent on a roll number. So I give you example. I give you an example. One is roll number, another is name. Fine. Okay. So what if I write roll number 1, it's of John. And if I again write roll number 1, then 100% it will be of John only, because a roll number is a unique, and roll number always determines what? Name. So if I'm repeating roll number, the name will also get repeated. This is how dependency is holding. That is, if you repeat roll number, name will also repeat. So this means name is dependent on what? Roll number. Fine. This is what name is dependent on roll number. Can we write something like that? Name arrow roll number. Can we write roll is dependent on name? No, it's not practically possible, because we can have two name, similar name, but their roll number may be different. A class can have more than 2 students having same name, but their roll number is always different. So this is not true. This is false. Fine. Okay. So this is what functional dependency is all about. Fine. Okay. So what am I trying to tell you is that, let's see what I did roll number, I did name. Fine. And what I said roll number 1 is of John. So suppose this tuple is this column is X, this column is Y, and I'm saying that X determine Y, or Y is dependent on X. So if I'm repeating, and suppose this is T1 tuple means row, suppose this one is T1 row and this is T2 row. Fine. So what am I saying is that if T1 of X is equal to T2 of X, if suppose these two values are equal, then 100% this T1 of Y will also be equal to T2 of Y. Fine. Because if I am repeating the roll number, name will also repeat. This means that Y is dependent on X, or you can say name is dependent on roll number. And 100% this is the actual definition written over here. A functional dependency denoted by X arrow Y, I already told you, between two sets of attributes X and Y. X and Y, what are X and Y? X and Y are attribute. Just now X is representing a roll number, Y is representing a name. So it is a set of attribute. X can have more than one attribute, Y can have more than one attribute. It's not necessary that X should have only one attribute. Fine. That there are subset of R. Obviously they are subset of R. What is R? R is a complete table. R is a complete table. Relational schema R is a complete table. Suppose A, B, C, D, E. So R is a complete table, and I'm just taking A, B to C, D. This means that suppose this is X and this is Y. So what? AB is determining CD. So this X is what? Subset of R. This Y is also subset of R. Fine. Okay. Specifies a constraint on possible tuples. So there is a constraint on tuples. So what is that constraint? That can form relational state R of R. So what is small r? So I just told you. What is capital R? Collection of attribute. What is capital R? Collection of attribute A, B, C, and D. What is small r? Collection of tuples. So how many tuples are there? 1, 2. So T1 and T2. Fine. So there are constraint on this tuple, and what is that constraint? The constraint is that for any two tuple and in R, such that if T1 of X equal to T2 of X, just now I've told you, if T1 of X equal to T2 of X, then we must also have what? T1 of Y equal to T2 of Y. If this is existing, then only we can say yes, X is determining Y, or Y is functionally dependent on X. This means that value of Y component, that is value of Y component of a tuple in are depend on determined by value of x. Fine. So this is functional dependency. Okay, I've tried my level best to explain you this definition. Fine, let's start. Okay, so let's see this table. Let me rub this and show you this table. So this is a table in front of you where there are four tuples, that is t1, t2, t3 and t4. There are four tuple, and suppose I'm again creating a tuple t5. Now t5 and t1 has same value. So if t1, suppose this is x and this is y, so if t1 of x is equal to t5 of x, then 100% t1 of y equal to t5 of y. Fine, definitely it should be. Then only we can say that, then only then we can say that roll number determine name, or name is dependent on roll number. Fine. So this is functional dependency. Let's move further, and there is a question in front of you. The question is that given a functional dependency, and there are a few functional dependency, that is functional dependency 1, functional dependency 2 and functional dependency 3. Determine from the below table which functional dependency correctly hold. So you have to determine according to the definition which I just told you prior to this slide, that which functional dependency correctly hold. Fine. So let's start. P to QR. P to QR, that is dependencies that if 2P are equal, then QR should be equal. This is A, this is 3 4. Fine. Again I'm repeating A, then this should be also same. Fine. This is 3 4. Again I'm repeating A, this should also be equal. So fine, if I'm repeating P value, QR value is also repeating, so this is correctly true. So this is true. Fine, this is exactly fine. This dependency is correctly holding. Fine, so I'm correctly holding. Fine, let's check this R to ST, that is R to ST, that is if these two values, if all the values are repeating, then all this value should also repeat. So if 4 determine 5 6, then 4 also determine 5 6, but now 4 is determining 7 6. How it can possible? We cannot say now ST is dependent on R, because for 4 it is having a value 5 6, and for 4 it's also having a value 7 6, so it is not truly dependent. So this is false. So this is false. Fine. Okay, let's start with another dependency, QR to P. QR to P, that is if these values are equal, then this should also be equal. This 3 4 produces A. Fine. So again whenever we get 3 4, yes, A4 is different value, A4 is 3, it's fine, it's perfect. But if again 3 4 is repeating, then this is A. Yes, it's correctly fine. 3 4 we are again getting A. So for every 3 4 we are getting value A. So we can say that QR is determining P, or P is dependent on QR. So this is also true. So which two dependency hold? 1 and 3. So what is the correct answer? 1 and 3. See the answer, 1 and 3. Fine. So we have actually understood how to solve this question. Now we start with another question. Okay, so this is a different question for you. Which functional dependency correctly hold? Now you have functional dependency in option itself, and you have to determine that which functional dependency correctly hold. So let me tell you one thing very clearly. Suppose one thing, so if x to y is a functional dependency, if it is a functional dependency, it's true that it is a functional dependency, then if all the x are different, no need to check. 100% functional dependency will hold. Why I'm saying this? Why we check? We only check if 2x are equal, then y should be equal. If all the x are different, we need not to check anything. What I'm saying, listen it to me. Why we check for a functional dependency? We check if 2x are equal, then y should also be equal. But if all the x are different, no need to check y, functional dependency hold. Now, second point, if all the y are same, then no need to check x. If all the right side has same value, then no need to check x. Why? Just see the example. Role name. Fine. I'm taking an example. Suppose all the name are John, 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 and suppose these two become equal also. 1 2 1 2. Even then also functional dependency hold. For 1 it's producing John, for again 1 it's producing John. Fine. If for 2 it's producing John, and for 2 it's producing John. So what we understood, that if all the right side is equal, then also functional dependency hold. And another, role and name. Again I'm giving you example. 1 2 3. John, Shane, Smith. If all the right left side are different, then also functional dependency hold, because nothing is repeating. If nothing is repeating, we need not to check anything. Fine. So this is the clear cut funda you should remember always. Fine. So the funda which I gave you right now, the funda is that if there is a functional dependency x to y, if there is a functional dependency x to y, then if all the x are different, then no need to check functional dependency hold. If all the y are same, then no need to check functional dependency hold. So this is a clear cut funda you have to remember. Fine. So let's start. BC to A, BC to A, BC to A, BC to A, 5 3 6 4 7 4 3 3. All the x are different. So this is now x and this is y. All the x are different. So definitely BC to A will hold. This will hold. True. Fine. Okay. Then comes A to C, then come A to C, then comes A to C, A to C, A to C. If all the x are no, x are not different. So if repeating, then this should for 2 you are getting 3, for 2 you are getting 4. No, so it is not a functional dependency. So this is false. And true and false is what? False. True and false is what? False. So this is correct option, incorrect option. Fine. Okay. So let's begin with second example. AC to B, AC to B. A, C to B. 2, 3, we are getting 5. 2, 4, we are getting 6. 2, 4, we are getting 7. How it is possible? For 2, 4, we are getting 6, and for 2, 4, we are getting 7. So this is not the definition of functional dependency. If two x are equal, then y should also be equal. So this is false. If this is false, so I'll not check this, because I know if one of the condition is false, then definitely this entire thing will be false. So this is false. So again, this is an incorrect option. So let's see that AC to B, AB to C, AB to C. Okay, let me remove all this AB to C. A, B to C, 2, 5, 2, 6, 2, 7, 4, 3. All x are AB to C. This is x and this is y. This is x and this is why all the x are different. No need to check, functional dependency will hold. So this is true. And C to B, then comes C to B. So C to B, C to B, all the x, no, all the x are not different. So if all the x are not, is all the B are same? No, or not same. So for 4 you are getting 6, for 4 you are getting 7. So this B to C does not hold. So this is false. So true and false is what? False. So this is also incorrect. So finally this should be the answer. Let me check. BC to A, BC to A, BC 5 3 6 4 7 4 3 3. All the x are, the BC is what? X, and what is A now? Y. All the x are different, so definitely this will hold. So this is true. Now B to C. Now B to C. B to C. All the x are, yes, all the x are different. So B to C will also hold. True and true is what? True. So finally, what answer you are getting? This is true. Sorry. This is true. So finally, what answer you are getting? D. So let's see the answer. Yes, we are 100% correct. So this is the question, second question on functional dependency. Again, I'll say thank you so much.